Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good morning, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Tuesday. The Ferris State University's esports team has had quite the year over the past couple of months. First, they unveiled a brand new state-of-the-art esports arena, the first of its kind, really, in the state of Michigan. And now the team has been nominated for some pretty top awards nationally. And Jono Eaton, the esports director for Ferris State, joins us now to talk a little bit more about those nominations and really where esports lies here in West Michigan. Jono, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And, first off, the Scholars, that is the organization that handed out the national awards to you guys. You guys are nominated for 3, including yourself. I want to get into those in just a little bit. But first, as I mentioned, esports, especially at Ferris State, has really kind of had a pretty incredible year recently. Kind of just talk about what it's been like being a part of this and just kind of having this whirlwind of everything kind of coming to you guys in the past couple of months.
Yeah, we're very excited. The university's really put a lot of support into what we're doing. I helped start the original esports club here at Ferris. I was the 8th student to join. We're now at over 500 students in the club. 150 of those are actually on our varsity rosters competing against other schools. So to really see the school's investment, we only had 86 students in the spring, and now we're at 154. So the growth with the new building opening, we almost doubled our numbers, which was quite a bit more than we were expecting. We're super excited to continue taking it forward. We have fantastic student workers who've been helping us all along the way. Kyle Wachowski's fantastic asset, and then Casey Clifford, tons of other ones as well.
Right. Now, and you mentioned just kind of seeing that growth in just the amount of people that are interested in esports, and that kind of is the general trend we're seeing across esports in general across the country, really. Esports kind of finding its bigger audience and just gaining in popularity and more and more. I mean, kind of just speak on that a little bit. What have you been seeing from kind of how you got started in esports? Maybe it wasn't as popular as it is today. What's it like seeing it now really just taking over, whether it's on YouTube or even, cable channels are starting to pick it up and really start talking about it?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I know when we first put our club together, we were one of the first 50 schools in the country to kind of really have an esports club. And now there's over 500, 600 schools in a lot of these national leagues. So the growth has been exponential. It was something that I saw right away, right? I played a lot of traditional athletics growing up. I wanted to be competitive after graduating high school. I found video games, and I'm just like, hey, I could beat somebody in this from home. There's going to be a ton of people who are interested in this. COVID also pushed a lot of people to stay home. So I was working with a lot of the local high schools during COVID to get these students to, a lot of the people playing on the football team, hey, football season's canceled, but I still want to compete. Esports is the way to do it. So the growth has been rapid. We're very excited to, get more and more students every year involved on something on campus, in which a lot of the students we reach typically, they don't go to the football games, they don't go to the hockey games. So giving them a reason to cheer for the school, a reason them to be proud to be a Bulldog is very exciting.
And Jono, you mentioned obviously having a lot of awesome students and players on the esports team, and you did shout out one in particular, Kyle Wachowski. He was actually nominated for one of the Scholars Awards for being the Student Leader of the Year. Tell us a little bit more about Kyle. We kind of like to get to know him just a little bit more about, the kind of student athlete he really is.
Yeah, absolutely. So Kyle actually used to coach professional over in the UK. He coached League of Legends over there. So he's from Detroit, so he came back to Michigan. I recruited him here to Ferris. He's the first recruit we ever had for Ferris State University. So since he's been here, he's been a fantastic asset. He's been here 3 years now, helping me build my team, really being, a student leader. A lot of the students actually think he's a staff member. That's how actively involved he is in everything. I've taken him to a lot of the national conventions with me. He's met all the other directors. He's been a fantastic asset. We wouldn't have been able to do what we've done over the past 3 years without Kyle.
And talk a little bit now about yourself being nominated for an award there. Obviously, you've kind of built this program from the ground up. Now you're kind of being recognized on the national level for it. How does that feel for you personally?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I've always, believed in myself. I've always had the confidence, like, hey, I'm one of the best people in the country doing what I do. But to see others, other individuals from the industry recognize that and nominate me, and seeing the people kind of, talk about it on social media, hey, vote for John. I really appreciate that, and it's really nice to get the recognition. We've been putting in, 80-hour weeks a lot of the time. To see that finally pay off, it has been fantastic.
No, and that third award that you guys were nominated for was for Institution of the Year. I mean, that's got to feel pretty incredible too, as we've been kind of talking about just how far Ferris State has come since you first got there, and seeing where it is now. I mean, just what does that feel like, knowing that it's not just you, it's not just a certain player, it's really the entire school being recognized?
Yeah, that's unbelievable to me. You know, right? We're a small D2 or small-ish D2 school up in Michigan, and to see kind of the whole industry nationwide recognize the effort that Kyle and I put in over the past couple of years, right? I'm the only staff member at Ferris for esports. And so to have all of the work that I've put in over the past couple of years, we've hired people in now. Adam Antor is a fantastic individual. He's our faculty member for the professional esports production program. Having him come in, all of these were key parts in having the industry recognize what we're doing here in Big Rapids.
Right, and kind of wrapping up, Jono, we do appreciate you stopping by, but now that you guys have had this recent string of success and now you're being recognized for it on the national level, what do you hope that these awards and these nominations really bring to not just the university as a premier esports team, but also just esports in general? As we talked about, it's already growing in popularity.
Yeah, I hope a lot of the local high schools can kind of recognize, high schools and middle schools can recognize, hey, this is an avenue that students can go into when they graduate. Also, the biggest thing for me is getting good students here. We have fantastic students, we have fantastic student leaders, and we're looking to continue that train. As Kyle does end up graduating, we're looking to train up other students to kind of take the reins and kind of lead us Ferris forward.
All right, yeah, and before we let you go, John, one last thing, what is Ferris State, what do the Bulldogs have coming up? I know you guys were recently kind of participating in some games as well. What's coming up? What are some things that people can really start to kind of pay attention to and possibly keep up with Ferris State as they go throughout their seasons?
Yeah, the best way is our Twitch and our Twitter. So Ferris Esports on Twitch, Ferris Esports on Twitter. Stay in touch with that. My Overwatch team, so I actively coach the Overwatch team as well. They're a national contender. We're looking to be one of the top 16 teams in the country this year. My Valorant team made nationals this year, and we've gotten even better since then. So make sure to tune into our live stream starting next Monday and watch our teams compete. So we've got a lot of fantastic teams.
All right, awesome stuff. Well, John, we appreciate you being here. I want to remind everybody that if you'd like to learn a little bit more about Ferris State's esports team, or if you would like to vote for your favorite Bulldog in these Scholars National Awards, you can find out the best way to vote right now. You have until November 20th to do so, so you can check that out right now. It's all over on our website, woodtv.com. John, one last time, thank you so much for stopping by today. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, and don't forget you can vote every day, so make sure to tune in.
Yes, no, that too, absolutely. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.